Good morning YouTube, how's it going? We're back for another video. Today, going to be filling up a little upper day and a full day of eating, updated full day of eating because I've not given you one in a while. As you can tell, my voice and how puffy I am. I've just woken up probably about 5 minutes ago. What's the time? 6:50, yeah. So I get up at 6:45 these days. Just because it gets the day started early, it's nice. It's still pitch black outside, which is not as nice. But yeah, just gets the day up and running a little bit early. But the plan of action for today, if I can turn this bad boy around. So I'm not going to be filming up my morning routine just because again, I'm going to do that in another video. But upper is on the cards, so I'm going to take you through that. Going to do a little reel, got a meal prep because I'm going away to Wales in the next few days. Meal timings, I just love this whiteboard because it allows me to just set out, not everything I'm going to do in the day, but a kind of clear plan of action, and then I can just get the pen and tick them off, which is a pretty good feeling. So yeah, I also always like to put my meal times in the corner just so I don't fall behind on them. But yeah, oh my god, I'm voice cracking all over the place. I'm gonna get hydrated, get myself cleaned up, have a shower, and get onto meal one, which is bloody delicious. So meal number one, I had this probably about half an hour after waking. It's a pro-fat meal, so no heavy carbs. I do find that having less carbs in the morning does just help me get in a good headspace, ready for work, and not kind of leaving me a little bit of brain fog. Obviously, there are some carbs. I think it's like 14 indirect carbs from these blueberries. But the whole meal is, if you can't tell already, 3 eggs, nice organic ones, the nice organic ones from Lidl, just because I believe quality eggs is worth spending money on. 100 veg, even though it's a fruit from tomato, technically, yeah, it is veg, and 100 blueberries. So a very simple meal, low in calories, just kind of, I'm having 5 meals a day now, so it's just nice to wake up to, have some eggs. When food goes up, I probably will add some sourdough to this and maybe pull some fats from my last meal and have smoked salmon, just because, yeah, that'll be unreal. And then I also hit up my morning Substack, which is not particularly complicated. It's just the bare essentials. Vitamin K, vitamin D3. So I can't take them together. I probably will just get a single tab of D3 plus K2 just for the ease of it next time. And then a daily vitamin and my hydration. So a bit of HydroFlow from Conte. I'm nearly out of this one actually. Summer fruit flavour. It's really nice, but I'm going to give engine and muscle a go because I've heard good things about that next time. 5 grams of creatine. I have 10 grams of pre-workout as well, but get 5 grams in the morning as well. And then 3 tabs of omega-3 fish oil. And that's it. Oh, and I also have some of this hot sauce, which my parents brought back to me from Salzburg when they went away on holiday. So it's like an Eastern European sauce, and it is bloody delicious. It's got very few ingredients in it, but tastes great. Actually, I think I had to translate what the ingredients had in it because yeah, it's in a different language. But I remember it was proper clean, and it's literally like 2 calories for 10 grams. So yeah, super delicious. Let me get this down me. As you can tell, I haven't showered yet, but I've done all my mobility and hydration, vacuums, everything like that. Get the morning started off right, but as you can see, it's still pitch black outside. Well, not quite pitch black. The sun's just about coming up, but that's what I do like about getting up early. Like you can get so much done, and the sun's not even up yet, and you just know people are out still sleeping, tucked up in bed, haven't achieved nothing. So it's a pretty good feeling. When the sun does inevitably come up, I'll get out and just get on, just do 2K steps, something like that. Get out, see the sun, just because I find it does help with my sleep and my general mood, with circadian rhythm and that. So I have this meal, and then my next meal was my pre-workout meal, which will probably be in about 2 hours. 2 hours from now, because this is a fairly small meal, I don't need it loads of time to digest. I like to kind of get up and out fairly early for the gym, just so it doesn't take up my entire day, because I've got a fair old commute to my gym. It's about 40 minutes, worth it, banging gym. But if I'm not careful, the whole day kind of slip away quite easily from me if I do leave it a bit later in the day. Like if I get to the gym for midday, it's going to take me quite a few hours and then commute back, and by the time that happens, it's bloody dark. So yeah, I do like to kind of get up, out and early. Right, the sun is up and we are out for the first steps of the day. Now I am truly blessed to have this gorgeous pasture right outside my house. So my house is, so I'm literally doxing myself right now. That's my house there, and yeah, I've got a field, so I can basically just get up, have some food, and go on a walk immediately in my own my own garden, which is yeah, not many people can say that, so I am very lucky to have that. But yeah, I cannot stress the importance of getting out, like within the first hour of waking at least, and just getting some sun in your eyes. I used to, well, this is a little life update actually. I just quit my job, not because I'm in a financially stable position to do so, but because it was really, really taking a toll on my health, my mental and physical health. I am 13 weeks post-prep now, maybe a little bit more, 13 weeks in a bit post-prep, and my body is still in, I wouldn't say dire straits, but not in a fantastic spot. And my job was extremely physical. I'd have to be waking up before 4 AM, didn't see the sun, got up when it was dark, came back when it was dark. I was working in a warehouse, so I literally didn't see any sun, and my quality of life was just ruined. My sleep was terrible. Yeah, it was not good. And now, so I probably quit it like a week ago, and every single morning I've made sure to get out, see the sun, have lots of time out in the fresh air when it's light, and I cannot even kind of put across just how much my quality of life has improved since doing that. I just have so much more energy, I sleep so much better, my motivation for doing things, yeah, it's just, it makes a world of difference. So if you want to just make a small step to having a more productive day, feeling better with yourself, sleeping better, getting outside when you wake up, just after you wake up, so important. And it's getting a little bit of movement, seeing the sun. Now, a lot of people, there's been a big trend of walking pads, and I am a big fan of walking pads because it does mean you're less likely to slack on your steps and you can just get them done. But the danger there is just doing all your steps inside, watching something, playing a game, something like that, and not seeing the beautiful sun. So yeah, if you do have a walking pad, then you just still want to make sure you're getting outside. I would say for at least half of your steps should be done outside each day, and just get some movement, get some activity in, especially in the morning, and not leaving your steps till it's dark late in the evening, because that can affect sleep, that can affect your weigh-in in the morning, and it's just not as good for you, I'd say, as getting out and getting it done early in the morning. So I'll probably do kind of like 4 or 5 laps of the field, which is around 2,000 steps, 2,000, 3,000 steps, and that's like a third of my steps boxed off for the day, which is a great feeling. Then I'll get in, make my pre-workout meal, and set off. So pretty productive morning, I'd say. Not in the sense of like any particular work's been done, but I just feel like I've achieved quite a lot and kind of not wasted my time, and just got up and done things that are good and setting me up well for the day. Right, pre is ready to be consumed. I shall put all the ingredients and macros and everything on Chronometer on the screen for you now, just so you can see what it is, so I don't have to bloody run through and explain it, even though I've eaten it hundreds of times. Now, little life hack for you. It's pretty self-explanatory, but I didn't start doing it until quite recently, to be honest. And obviously, as I mentioned, I'm going away to Wales for 2 days tomorrow, and all I've done is I've doubled up on the ingredients. So when it comes to meal prep, a lot of people say, I don't have time to meal prep. Literally, when you're making your normal food, just double up on the ingredients, and then this will be my pre for tomorrow, so I don't have to think about making it. So it's super easy. So for all 5 meals today, I'm just going to double up on making them, so I don't have to think about making food tomorrow. So they're just ready to go. Doesn't really add any extra time to cooking. Just means it's all ready for me tomorrow when it comes. But yeah, so this is savoury meal number 2 out of the day. I have 2 sweet meals and 3 savoury meals, as you'll see, and I really love this one. Actually, I say savoury, it has got banana in it, which a lot of people say, what the hell are you doing? And mango, as it happens. But I really like the combination of the sweet and savoury, and I put a bit of cinnamon in it as well. I know that's kind of weird also, but I think it tastes great. So yeah, this is my, 2 pre-meals, 1 for today, 1 for tomorrow. Absolutely delicious. My chicken is a little bit over air fried, to be honest. It looks a little bit, I don't know what it looks like. It looks not particularly appetizing, but yeah, this digests fantastically and fuels me very, very well for the filthy upper session we're going to have. Alright people, we're on the road to the gym. As I said, 40-minute commute. It's not ideal, but unfortunately the area that I live in is not exactly blessed for good gyms. And it's like weighing up, do I drive 15 minutes to go to Pure Gym or 40 minutes to an actually decent bodybuilding gym? I know which one I'm choosing. Obviously I can't get to the good gym every single day. And last week, for example, I had to train out of Pure Gym for a whole week, which wasn't the best, but it gets the job done. To be honest, I think Pure Gym's been going downhill. There were literally like 10-year-old kids running around, and I'm all for young people getting in and you know, training and getting into it like I did at my age. Like, it's fantastic, it's great to see. But when you've got like groups of 5+ people, when I say people, children, like 14, 15 years old. As I said, I'm not against people getting into the gym young, it's good, but you know, when there's massive groups and they're hogging all the machines and it's like a social event, they're not actually training, it really bugs me. That's just what you get at commercial gyms, unfortunately. You've got to suck it up and deal with it and just train and get in and out. But what I wanted to just briefly touch upon was nutrition, and more specifically the pre-workout meal. Now, I am no stranger to shocking pre-workout meals, and actually not a pre-workout meal at all. I remember like 2 years ago, I would train fasted. I'd get up before school and go and train, didn't eat anything, which first of all is terrible. Do not do that. You're just making things hard for yourself. Training on 0 carbohydrates is really not ideal. So please, if you're currently training fasted, even something like some fast digested carbohydrates, some honey, some squares bar, something like that, a quick digesting rice-based carbohydrate will do absolute wonders. And then post-workout, I'd have 6 whole eggs, half an avocado, and a load of veg, which was just pure fat, basically. So in your pre-workout meal, make sure you have a pre-workout meal, as I said. In your pre-workout meal, depending on how far away from the training window you are training, you want a solid source of carbohydrates. When you're in a big surplus, this kind of matters a little bit less. You still want to have most of your carbohydrates around the peri-workout, so the workout window. It matters less when you're in a large surplus because your glycogen stores are already kind of in a surplus. But effectively, you just want a nicely digesting carbohydrate source and not too much fat. Like, a lot of people will have oats pre-workout, which is absolutely fine, but then they'll slather it in dark chocolate and peanut butter, and that shit is just sitting in your stomach for hours, and then they'll go and train half an hour later, and it's not digested. So one, you're going to feel heavy, bloated, and kind of not in the best state to train, and two, you're not even going to be able to utilise those carbohydrates because they haven't even bloody digested. So make sure your pre-workout meal is 1, high in carbohydrates, and 2, lower in fat. Now, my pre-workout meal, as you saw, doesn't have any direct fat in it whatsoever. I think it comes out to like 4 grams of fat or something like that. So very low in fat, and I still give it an hour. So I leave probably 20 minutes after I've eaten, still give it an hour, and then 40 minutes commute. So I still give it an hour before I'm kind of in the gym and actually training. So it's, you know, because it's a good whack of food, I want to let it chill, let it digest, so I can actually utilise that when I get into the gym and train. And as I said, you also want the bulk majority of your carbohydrates peri-workout. So for all my clients, whether it's a meal plan or whether it is just macros, I'll make sure that the most amount of carbohydrates is pre and post workout, because that's when our body's going to be using it the most. On a rest day, that's different. You just have carbohydrates evenly spaced out through the day. But on a training day, you really want those carbohydrates pre and post workout. So I usually opt for rice, as you saw, is my go-to. Cream of rice, it's still rice, it's just a good fast digesting carbohydrate. Yeah, not everyone's going to be able to digest rice particularly well, but I find it works perfectly. I actually have quite a bit of veg in my pre-workout meal. I find that it doesn't really affect my digestion whatsoever. A lot of people will struggle with high amounts of veg, so obviously 100 grams carrot, 25 grams kimchi. So that's a decent bit of veg, but I just
find it's fine for me to get that amount of veg in, just to make sure I'm getting enough veg in across the day, and it doesn't really affect my digestion, so that's why my veg is quite high. But experiment, play around. The main thing is trial and error. Like, all your food, every single meal should be trial and error. You need to work out what digests well for you, what you enjoy, what you know you can stick to. Like, there's not one size fits all when it comes to nutrition in general, to be honest. So you just got to find what works for you. I find that meal is delicious and it digests beautifully, and I train really well on it. So yeah, that's my 2 cents on nutrition and pre and post workout. Let's get up for this upper session.
Yes, people, so I'm just going to run you through kind of form cues, everything like that, just with all the clips throughout the training session, just kind of speaking retroactively, I guess, about what I'm doing to get the most out of my movement. So starting off with the pec fly, I'm really focusing on keeping my chest proud and not allowing my shoulders to hike up. So really keeping that chest proud, allowing my arms to come back, but keeping my chest proud and not allowing my kind of trap to sink up and taking my tension off my chest. And when I'm coming forward in the contraction, I'm literally focusing on pushing my bicep as hard as I can into my pec and not bring my hands together. That's the cue you hear a lot of people say, don't bring your hands together, focus on bringing your biceps together. And take that a step further, bring your biceps into your chest to really get your chest contracted, and that's how I get the most out of it. And even towards the end, you can see I'm literally just trying to focus on bringing my biceps together rather than my hands. Like, my hands are just not even coming into the equation. And you get a filthy chest bump after that if you just focus on that chest contraction. Now onto the hammer strength incline press. So it looks like I'm basically doing half reps like a lazy prick, and technically I am doing half reps, but that is on purpose because the hammer strength incline is extremely unforgiving in the short. So I'm effectively taking the portion of the end of the rep out of the movement and purely focusing on keeping all the tension on my pec, because I'm finding like I can't add load if I keep that full kind of the full rep length in, because when I get into the short, I get to the sticking point, I literally cannot push through it. So I'm basically cutting the path short, keeping all the tension on my pec, keeping my elbow at 45 degrees, getting my wrist stacked over my elbow at the very bottom, bracing deep breath kind of halfway down through the movement, through the rep, but deep brace and pushing up as hard as I can. Absolutely love the machine. Excellent. Now onto the lat pull down. Now, to be honest, I wasn't particularly happy with my form here. Definitely a little bit too lean back. You do want a slight torso angle, kind of maybe, I don't know how many degrees it would be, but just a slight lean, and keep that torso angle fixed throughout the entire movement. You often see people coming, if I'm side on here, you often see people coming forward in when they let the bar back up. You see their head coming forward in under the bar. You want to keep your torso fixed out and not allowing your head to come forward, to keep that constant tension on the lats. And I'm allowing my scaps to come all the way up, kind of imagining my scaps are wrapping around my rib cage, like when I'm coming upwards, my scaps are going with the bar, and then I'm driving my elbow deep down into the back of my torso. So basically full extension and all the way down, and don't be afraid to really fight through that rep on the last rep, like fight to get it under your chin. Now onto the high incline Smith press. I've definitely dialed back the load here quite a lot to really focus on execution. Effectively, I'm just trying to focus on not spending too much time at the top resting. It's kind of, I like to have continuous reps here. Not on every single exercise. I won't always opt for continuous reps, but definitely I like continuous reps on this exercise. And I'm a big fan of getting a full range of motion, kind of getting to the top of my pec, kind of, I guess, not my collarbone, but just right down as far as I can get it. Again, keeping my wrists stacked. Not too many form cues to go over here, to be honest, because it's a Smith press. Like, you can't really go wrong. The arm path is fixed for you. I guess one thing I would say is try not to have too much of an arch, because then you're turning it into more of an incline press rather than a shoulder press. And here I'm really trying to target the front delt and the side delt. So try not to have too much of an arch. Obviously an arch that is comfortable, but not kind of an excessive arch. Now onto the prime row. Rowing here for the lats as opposed to the upper back. So keeping my elbows extremely tight to the body. Like, there is absolutely no elbow flare whatsoever. I'm literally focusing on dragging my elbow as close in as I can to my lats, and also allowing that full extension, a nice stretch on the lats. Slight pause in the lengthened and the short. As you can see, for my first set, I've got the weight. This is a piece of prime kit, so you can adjust the resistance profiles. I'm loading it in the mid-lengthened position, and then on my second set, I'm loading it fully on the lengthened pin.
because as I go through the session, as my back gets more and more fatigued, it's going to be more difficult for the muscle to contract. So I like to load it in the lengthened on that second set and really milk the stretch. Nice tempo here. Tempo is consistent throughout. Obviously, you want that in all your movements, but especially on this primo, like keep a consistent tempo. And of course, on that final rep, really fighting to get that elbow back and to contract the lat. I say this to all my clients, like on the last rep, fight. Like these last reps, especially the last rep, and fighting for that mechanical tension is so key. Like don't give up early on the rep. Try and fight through the rep. If you fail, it doesn't matter, but at least like give it a good whack. Try and complete that final rep. It's so important. And then finishing off the session with a little bit of arm work, preacher curl. Again, can't really go wrong here. Pretty much with the setup, I just like to wedge my elbows down as far as possible. And in terms of the rep completion, I don't go to full elbow extension. I leave a little bit. As you can see, just as I get to the bottom, my arm's not fully extended, just to keep constant tension on the bicep. And I come up to around 90 degrees-ish. Don't bring the bar fully to my face. Come up to around 90 degrees in the contraction in terms of my elbow angle. Again, here, I've only got one set filmed here, but I load the first set on the mid-lengthened, and then the remaining three sets here, remaining two sets all on the top pin, so fully loading it in the lengthened. Again, just good intensity, taking it to the set, taking it all the way there, while still maintaining a decent amount of, obviously elbow is still on the pad, so I wouldn't be against cheat reps necessarily here, but just keeping form squeaky clean throughout. And finally, we've got a single arm tricep push down, cuffed here. You can use a D handle. You don't even have to use any attachment. You can just grab the cable and go, but I do like a cuff here. As you can see, consistent tempo again, little pause in the contraction and in the stretch. And here, all I'm focusing about is keeping my elbow relatively fixed until I come up into the stretch, and you can see my elbow raises forward just a little bit, just to get a nice stretch on the tricep. But other than that, trying to keep my elbow fixed, keeping my shoulder down is key as well. Not letting the shoulder hike up, not using much body English towards the end of the set. It does get difficult, but really just focusing on keeping that elbow fixed. And of course, last rep, really fighting to get the contraction and to get that final complete rep. Right, workout chopped, all done. Pretty good session, progressed on pretty much everything, I think. Hopefully, I would have given you a bit of insight into my form cues, what I'm thinking about in the set, how I'm getting the most out of my movements. But if you're a real one of the channel, you will know that I have my post-workout in the car with me. Bring it to the gym, because otherwise I get home after 40 minutes and I'm literally going hypo, like I'm so hungry. So I bring my post-workout with me. Now, you're about to look at this and go, what the hell are you eating? But this is probably my favourite meal of the day, along with oats. Actually, I don't know. Oats is still up there, but this is a good meal. I got it in the big glass Tupperware. So, 150 grams rice flour, 100 gram blueberry, and 40 gram whey cereal milk. Cereal milk, oh my god, this flavour. In fact, let me reel off my top 5 Perform flavours right now. If you don't know Perform, you get to know Perform. Cereal milk is my new top 1 flavour. Then it will probably be cinnamon donut. I think that's the first flavour I ever got, and it's still banging. I need to get another tub of it, actually. Cinnamon donut, so good. Amazing as a whey cake that I had in prep. Just tasted unreal. Then probably sticky toffee pudding. That was pretty good. I only got a small tub of that, but that was really good. It went quite quickly. Also during prep. I feel like prep's probably kind of warping my opinion of the flavour, because your taste buds are just different in that scenario of prep. Then it would have to jammy biscuit. Jammy biscuit is really good. It's bang on jammy dodger. Jammy biscuit is super good, especially with oats. And then probably cookie dough. I know that's kind of like a generic answer, but cookie dough is proper good. And honourable mentions: pumpkin spice latte, pumpkin spice latte, and what would be another honourable mention? S'mores. S'mores is pretty good as well. Those would be my top 5 plus 2 honourable mentions. Let me know in the comments, guys, what your favourite Perform flavours are. I fucking hell, now I was doing that. But yeah, I know this meal doesn't look the most appetising. It kind of just looks like a bowl of shit. But it adds back to my point of what I was talking about in the car on the way. Get it, way? Fucking hell. Literally no direct fat in this meal whatsoever. Just pure carbs and protein. I mean, it's going to digest extremely quickly and help kickstart recovery. And I topped it with cinnamon and also my salt, allocated salt, which I weigh out in this little box every single day. But yeah, delicious. By the way, it's not flavoured cream of rice, it's just rice flour. I find that just rice flour, not the kind of supplement cream of rice. One, it's cheaper. Two, it digests a little bit better because it's got less sweeteners, flavourings, all that jazz. So yeah, I love how this tastes with the cereal milk protein, and it goes down a treat. Right, Pre has been devoured, absolutely delicious, and feels like I haven't even got anything in my stomach, which means it's digesting lovely. But just to aid a little bit more with that digestion, not that I even need to, because fucking hell, literally I could eat that so many times. Like, I could probably have 3 of them and still not be full. I go back into the gym because I'm a sado and get straight on the treadmill, and just do the rest of my steps pretty much for the day, which is like, what, half an hour on the treadmill, just a flat treadmill, no incline. Just get back in there and get it done, whack on a podcast, whack on a YouTube video, and it goes like that, and that's my steps done for the day. So super easy with digestion for that post-workout meal, and finish the steps off for the day. So, and that is literally just a little hack. You can go in the gym, as I said earlier in the video, you do want to be getting a lot of your steps outside, out in the sun, but the treadmill is super easy because you can just whack on a podcast or a film or a YouTube video and it's done. So yeah, just gonna get my water, stay hydrated guys. That's a reminder, go and have some water right now if you're watching this. And yeah, fucking easy as pie. Top 10 worst feelings of all time. I've just been shopping I've got a Lidl literally right around the corner from my gym, so I just go and grab whatever I need for the upcoming days after I've trained. They don't have any chicken. Like, it's a big supermarket, though. It's not like a mini Lidl. It's an enormous Lidl. I don't know if Monday's the kind of day they're meant to get in stock and I'm like a little bit too early, but they didn't have a single bit of chicken. So yeah, luckily I prepped enough for my meal tomorrow and the next day, because obviously I've got a meal prep for 2 days in a row for Wales, but they've got no chicken. So I'm gonna have to macro match and have a yogurt meal instead, which is fine. I don't mind that. I quite like Greek yogurt. So unfortunately, I was kind of hoping this was going to be like an updated day of eating, and now I'm going to have to macro match something, but I'll make sure it's a good one for you guys. And I was also searching high and low for some medjool dates, but it's Lidl. So apparently they usually have it in the deluxe, you know, they have their deluxe range. It's like Tesco, it's like their version of Tesco Finest, or Sainsbury's Taste of Difference, you know what I mean? But I couldn't find it. I think it's the shit Lidl. I think I just need to Lidl Dunstable. Yeah, sort it out. No chicken, no medjool dates. I'm not a happy bunny. So I'm gonna drive home defeated, but I've got plenty of Greek yogurt and stocked up my frozen fruit, because that is one thing I will give Lidl. Their frozen fruit is a bargain. Like, obviously it's not as nice as fresh, but for the price, and I go through my frozen fruit, like I go through it. So I think I eat like what? Well, today I'm gonna be having like 400 grams frozen blueberries, which is like a whole pack. So it's yeah, I would not, the bank account would not be able to afford fresh, so that's why I get frozen. But yeah, I'm gonna get home and make my Greek yogurt bowl. So yeah, feast your eyes upon that. Meal 4. I am excited for this one. Usually, of course, I'd have chicken and chips with some veggies, but Lidl out of their chicken. Still can't believe that. So we've gone with the bog, as Ed Rimmer would say, the bowl of goodness. Haven't had a yogurt bowl in a while, but yeah, macros up on screen. I've had to macro match the medjool dates because again, Lidl being rubbish, with prunes, basically the same thing. But yeah, super tasty. One I forgot to mention, I add a scoop of this to the yogurt bowl and it levels it up. This is the dark cookie crumb flavour, and it's basically 0 calories. It's like, yeah, 10 calories for 3 grams. You just put in 3 grams and it makes it, yeah, pretty unreal. See, diets and meal plans are so easy to stick to when you enjoy every single thing you eat. Like, I generally would not rather have, obviously I'd probably prefer my chicken and chips to this because it is delicious, but I wouldn't want to eat off plan. Like, I just want to have my normal meals. Like, yeah, the thought of a pizza or a Five Guys or something like that sounds appealing, but I'd generally rather eat this, feel good, know I've been on plan, and still love everything I'm eating. Just make, if you're gonna eat a meal plan, make it enjoyable. This is why I say to my clients when I give them a meal plan, tell me if you're not enjoying something. Like, don't just eat it if you're not enjoying it, because that's gonna lessen the chance that you're going to adhere to it. So yeah, that's the main factor when it comes to most things with bodybuilding. In order to be successful and in order to have long-term sustainability, is make sure you're enjoying it. Have exercise in the program you're enjoying, have food in the meal plan you're enjoying. Make the experience enjoyable, and you're so much more likely to make progress. Oh yeah, it's that time. It's cardio time. Look at the state of this. So, I get my elliptical, I get my PS4, and I do my cardio. Excuse the state of my room, I've literally had to move loads of shit around to fit this bad boy in. Holy cable management, Jesus Christ, it is a bit of an eyesore. But cardio must be done. I would usually have, oh my god, my PS4 sounds like it's about to take off. I literally bought this PS4 the other day for like 60 quid just so I could do my cardio. Not because I want to be a gamer, but yeah, it's on its last legs, but I thought 60 quid, might as well have a bit of fun with it. As I was saying, I would usually have 20 minutes each rest day, so 60 minutes per week, 20 minutes each rest day, but as I said, for like the 5th time today, I'm going to Wales, so I won't be able to do my cardio. I could run up a run up a big hill, that's what I have in Wales, run up a big hill, but that's not exactly optimal, so I'm just getting it done today, just so I have my 60 minutes for the week. But yeah, that's the setup. My dopamine's that cooked that I can't obviously do cardio staring at a white wall for 20 minutes. So yeah, I'll play a bit of Star Wars Battlefront 2. Real ones know, absolutely banging game. I'm a bit of a Star Wars nerd, I like my Star Wars. But yeah, get this done with elliptical, and then, what's the time? Yeah, need to get my meal prep done, and then it'll be meal 5, which is my oats. So, gonna get this chopped and get to it. Right, I look like a fucking nerd, but it's as easy as this. It's literally this easy. Get your cardio, get your PS4, set up Netflix or some shit, and play a game, man. Like, it's childish as hell, but it makes it so much easier. Bro, I can't believe I didn't discover this in prep. Like, I would have been doing cardio for days, man. Instead of, oh my god, I'm about to die. I'm playing one-handed right now. Yeah, bro, my cardio was brutal, right? I say brutal, people have definitely done worse. I did 4 times 40 minutes a week, but I ran it, I was an idiot. Could have just got myself the nice bike, nice elliptical, sat inside, play PlayStation, but no. I guess I'm better for it mindset-wise. Anyway, I'm literally about to die, so see you for meal 5. Can you tell I like cinnamon? Oh god, look at this flipping beauty. See, this is what I mean when I said I have absolutely no desire to eat off plan or have a cheat meal, as the average person might say, because I get to, oh, I've got the face track on, hang on, because I get to eat meals like this. Again, macros and ingredients up on screen. Oh my god. It's just so good. Like, I put my whey in the freezer. I'll make it into a whey paste and then put it in the freezer, and it comes out like literal ice cream, mate. It's so good. And yeah, as you can see by the state of my kitchen, I'm like halfway through meal prepping for this Wales trip. Literally prepping all 12 meals across the 3 days. The state of my kitchen is so cooked. Oh, it's going to take a while to clean up this evening. But needs must, as they say. Bro just wants it so bad. But yeah, I'm probably going to sign off here because I've got this fucking monster to eat and meals to prep, mate. So much yogurt. So much yogurt. These are all my sweet meals done. So the other oats meal, so tomorrow's oats meal is the same thing as this. It just hasn't got all the condiments added to it. Post-workout for tomorrow. A few rest day meals. Need to prep some rice. Chicken's prepped. The life of a bodybuilder, eh? So difficult. Not really. I get to eat fucking mega food. But yeah, that's been the full day of eating. Hopefully there'll be some training insights as well. Need to get those filmed. But yeah, hope you've enjoyed today's video. Hope you've enjoyed the food, basically a food channel. There's not even bodybuilding, it's just food. You can tell I'm still food focused, man. Jesus Christ, I get way too excited for my meals. I'm still flipping so hungry, which is good, because it means we've got room to push in terms of appetite. Appetite has not been a problem so far. Like, I could eat all my meals twice over and I'd still be alright, which is a good thing, really good thing. Shows my digestion's popping. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna stop waffling. Thank you so much for watching. Please do drop a comment, and if you got it on your big TV, then at me on your story. And yeah, and any love helps, even if it's just a DM saying I watched the video and I enjoyed it. So yeah, have a good one, guys. See you in the next one.